Well, there once was a girl running in our group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot
We're live in Cherville at the Chapel Lawn Car Show and Craft Show. Let me just tell you, this is quite a place and this is quite a show. We're going to start the show today by showing you the 1947 Packard hearse. This, of course, was a usable car at one time, and I think when they retired it, they just kept it. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm sure it rides good, but I'm sure nobody ever complained about the ride. What do you think, T-Rex? Ariel Fisher now, one of the coordinators of this fine show, and she works here at Chapel Lawn. And I wonder, Ariel, have you ever driven this?
Not this particular one, I have not, no.
That's a sweetie. That's an oldie. That's a 47 Packard. You weren't even born yet.
Wasn't even thought of. My mother was not even born yet.
You know what? I wasn't even born yet. But it's a sweetie, and I love it. This is a great show you got going here today. You really got some good stuff going on.
I'm very excited for it. It's a great turnout so far.
Oh, and it smells good, too. The food is killing me. T-Rex and I are going to dive into one of these booths real quick and get some chow, because it's really sharp. And I see there's a pink Barbie Jeep here. Would you mind keeping my wife away from that? Because I'm not buying it, I'll tell you right now.
Well, Connie Kuiper will hurt anyone that touches it, so don't worry about it.
I'm sure he will. Kuiper, of course, is also one of the sponsors of this show. It's Chapel Lawn Memorial Gardens and Kuiper Funeral Home. And they're just doing a fine job. And there is some hot rods here, let me just tell you. And there's some really cool custom cars. I don't know how you got them all out here, but you got a beautiful day for it too, Ariel.
We do. The weather is being gorgeous. Hopefully it stays this way.
I can't wait. All right, we're gonna keep going here, and we're gonna film some of these other cars because they're pretty cool looking. And we're gonna let you know what's going on here. I want that pink Jeep. I just know I'm gonna end up buying it today. Tom White, actually the owner of two of the finest cars in the whole lot here.
Well, I don't know about that.
Tell us about this hot rod here. What year is that?
It's a Model A, 1930. And Tracy from over at T&R Auto Body on Osborne actually built it for himself.
So this is a homebred Hammond car.
It's a Hammond. Was conceived in Hammond and still resides in Hammond.
Still resides there. I'll tell you what, it's a beauty. I know T-Rex is like it, and this convertible next to it. That's a hot car.
I bought that new in '94, the Camaro Z28. And only has like 51,000, and it was a demo when I bought it. It had 6,000 miles on it, so I haven't driven it very much. Hasn't been out in the winter. And, yeah, and it is for sale, George.
Oh, well, you know what? Don't tell my wife that. She wants a convertible. Is that a stick shift?
Automatic.
Oh, see, she can drive an automatic. What about this one?
That is a LS1 Chevy engine that's been stroked to 383 cubic inches.
Ouch.
Fuel injected.
I bet it cooks pretty good, no?
There's more power there than you can use. The rear end wants to go where the front end is when you get on it. So
it takes a whole new set of driving rules to learn how to drive one of those, no?
But it does have an automatic, so it's really is easy to drive.
Oh, she can't have that one either. She's looking at that pink Jeep down the way.
Actually,
told her
that would fit. That would fit.
I told her to look at the hearse. With me now is Augie Barba. He owns this 57 Chevy, and I'm here to tell you, I'm not going to go to a car show, and I'm not going to let it get by without talking about a 57 Chevy. This thing is really pretty, Augie, and it's stock too, right?
Yes, it's all original.
All original. Look at the tires. T-Rex, those tires, you never saw white wall tires like that. Not even on my bicycle. I'll tell you what, 57 was a great year for Chevrolet, and how long have you had this car?
7 years now.
Okay, and it looks like you've done pretty much, got it all dialed up nice and original factory. It looks really good.
Well, I'm constantly doing things.
To own one of these is to constantly be tinkering with it, no?
Yes.
That's how it works. Hey, it's a great hobby. It keeps you out of trouble, right?
Yeah, it's fun. I love it. People, you drive down the street, people wave at you.
Oh, absolutely. This is just a beauty. The 57 Chevy, of course, is the classic. It is the one that's everybody wants. And to have one is to have one. And when you got one, everybody wants to wave to you. It's just a beautiful car.
Thank you, sir.
Marco Leone. T-Rex has been in there filming some of his work. He makes the interiors for these kind of cars, and he just is a master craftsman. Marco, I love the interior on this car.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And you make this all by hand. You shape it. You make it yourself.
Yes, that's actually I take a lot of pride in saying that because it's kind of lost art, you know.
You pick the material, you sew it, the whole bit.
Yes, and actually, funny story. The owner kind of like fought me a little bit on the combo, and he wanted more like a traditional look, and I told him, you know what, just trust me a little bit, and which he did, and it was just. He loved this. He just loved it.
I'll tell you what, it's sharp. It's perfect. You do a great job. These interiors are tricky. They're hard to do. And it takes a master craftsman. And Marco Leone here is a master craftsman. I want to tell you, I'm proud of your work, and it's really nice.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really, that just goes to the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate
Show, Chapel Lawn Cemetery Memorial Gardens, and there's vendors everywhere. We're showing you some cars. We're showing you some really cool cars. You saw an old hearse, a 47 Packard. But guess what? Of all the vendors out here, the first one I walk up to, guess who it is? It's the Sweet House Bakery, Dave. Look at this stuff you got here. Look at all the goodies. Oh my God, it's calories. I love them.
No, they're made with love, remember?
I understand. What do you got for sale here? What is that?
There's cream horns, pork chops, chocolate chip cookies. Then we have Polish sausage and red hot dogs.
Oh my.
And some nachos.
Oh my. There's one of the many vendors out here, and it's an old friend of the station, of course, and an old friend of mine, the hackers at Sweet House Bakery. This is great. It's 3805 Holman, right?
Correct.
That's the
937
the home.
0610.
The home of that got Big George this belly.
Yeah, we're guilty of putting at least a pound or two.
Oh, yeah, you are. Thank you, Dave. We're at another booth now at the Chapel Lawn Car Show out on 8178 Klein Avenue in Cherville. And guess what? I found another booth that really interests me because this is one of my newest favorite causes, the Veterans Life-Changing Services. This is really great. And Brian is running this booth. Tell me, what are you selling here, Brian?
We're selling chicken breasts that are seasoned with mesquite and fajita seasoning. We're selling half-pound hamburgers and homemade barbecued beef pulled.
Yow. All sounds like calories to me I don't need, but you know what? I'm going to have to see about that pulled pork here in a little bit. Listen, Veterans Life-Changing Services has got a lot of irons in the fire, and they're going big guns, and they're going fast. They're talking about a restaurant now. You guys are opening a restaurant. Tell us a little bit real quick about that restaurant.
The restaurant is named Veterans Cafe and Grill. It's located at 7805 Taft. We're looking to open the late end of September. The restaurant itself is partially veteran-owned. It's going to be veteran, partially employed, and it's going to also benefit. Part of the proceeds and the profits from the restaurant will go back to Veterans Life-Changing Services to help fund and help homeless veterans.
You know what? I'm telling you, this is the second time or third time now I've been exposed to the Veterans Life-Changing Services. The last time was at another car show, and guess what? These guys are really doing a job, and they're just expanding and getting bigger all the time. They're out here working their tails off, and they're going to build a restaurant. Come on. We can all get in and pitch in and give these guys a hand and get this thing going. These people take and they house homeless veterans. They put them to work. They find jobs for them. They find everything they can for them. This is a good cause, and I think it's time we all got on board. What do you think, Brian?
Oh, yeah. I think that there's way too many homeless veterans in America. I believe that there shouldn't be one homeless veteran in America, and we're trying to help eliminate that.
There should never be a homeless veteran. They're our heroes. With me now is Frank, the owner of, and one of my favorite cars in the whole world. And everybody knows it. If you've been to my website, the Edsel, Ford's largest mistake ever, is probably one of their coolest cars ever. Frank, how long did it take to restore this, or did you restore it?
I've been working on it for 11 years now.
11 years. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. The wide white walls, the great interior. It's just beautiful. Is that a factory color?
That is a factory color called Ember Red and White, and it's basically the way it looks now is the way it came from the factory.
Oh, wow. The Edsel was way ahead of its time. Most Edsel owners will tell you that the Edsel automobile was actually way ahead of its time, and that's why it didn't catch on and sell. And it was technology and looks and style. You can't beat an Edsel. I love them.
Well, it really wasn't so much technology or anything that didn't sell it. It was the economy and the national seal strike in '58.
There you go. The Edsel owners, they know their cars and they know their history. Thank you, Frank. Here's something you don't see every day at a car show here at Chapel Lawn Memorial Gardens. A chicken, a live and a big one. Most chickens I like are on the spit. Are you going to be on the spit later or what?
Oh, I hope not. They might catch me though.
This chicken it's a chicken. I don't know what to tell you. Are you going to be involved in the candy drop chicken?
I might be. I might be going aerial up there.
Oh no, on the helicopter. Don't jump. Chickens can't fly. Remember, chickens don't fly.
There's a first try for everything.
And as usual, every car show, there is a herd of cars that Gino Sparusa used to drive to high school on when he was dating his beautiful bride, Chief Coyote. Look at these cars. Gino, why did you sell them? These are priceless now.